And I would say there are 3 or 4 points that I think are useful to focus on. One is that in your own particular business, you need to map out what is the size of that business opportunity, and are there any significant discontinuities that can come. For example, we can see today, and Pradeep ji talked about the auto and auto component industry. There is going to be significant disruption over a period of time because of the movement towards electric vehicles. But it is not going to happen overnight. So there is a reasonable window of time that is available to be able to make that change. So the first thing is, it's important to map out or scale out what is your opportunity, and also to know over the next 3 to 5 years where is that headed. And I think each person here they and their teams are capable of doing that, because you hopefully know your business better than most other people. So it's important to be able to do that. The second is that you have to ask yourself, what's your basis of competitiveness today? If the basis is only on price, it's not a long-term strategy, because somebody else can undercut you tomorrow. The basis has to be innovation. And innovation does not necessarily mean that it's a large innovation and it's a revolutionary product, because especially most of you will be supplying something to a larger OEM. But that innovation can be in service, that innovation can be in process improvements, that innovation can come about in how you reduce waste so that you create greater value. But how do you build this culture of innovation within the organization? How do you set aside some time for your people to think about tomorrow, to think about that transformation part as well, and not just the perform part? To me, this is very important. The third thing I would say, and for different size organizations, this ends up being different. But even from my days on the production line in Bajaj Auto, uh, I, I realized that the people with the most information are the people that are on the shop floor working on the machines. But nobody asks them for their views on improvement. So I have learned from those days, and that's the culture that we have built now in our financial services, is how do you empower people at every level to help you improve, to generate ideas, reward them when they're doing that. Very often the reward can just be sitting at lunch with them and cutting a small piece of cake. It doesn't all have to be monetary. But you can spur the organization into becoming an innovative one where your people are contributing to your future success. And depending on the size of the organization, everybody has limitations on what you can pay people, how do you reward them. But I would say do the best you can. Because if you reward them well, if you have good people, they will stay with you and they will build the organization for the future. No one person can build an entire organization for today and for tomorrow.